Hello, welcome to My Tummy Whispers. It's nice seeing you again. Today we are going to make a dessert called Chendol. It's a sweet dessert with droplets of green rice flour jelly which looks like little worms, and it sits in coconut milk and topped up with rich palm sugar syrup. And some places they even add some jackfruit, some durians and some red azuki beans. But today we'll make the basic chendol. Hope you'll give it a try and enjoy. In a clean pot, add 1 level cup of mung bean flour. To that, I added 6 teaspoons of sugar and 3.5 cups of room temperature water. And then I added half teaspoon of pandan extract, and give it a good mix and place the pot on the stove and continuously stirring it under medium heat till it forms a translucent paste. In today's recipe, I actually added another 1/4 cup of water, which resulted in a bit softer green paste. So I've already edited the recipe. For 1 level cup of mung bean starch, you add only 3.5 cups of water. It will give you perfect results. Cook the green paste under medium heat and keep stirring with a whisk or a spoon continuously until the paste turns translucent. Once the paste turns translucent, immediately remove from the stove and keep it aside. We have 2 options of making the green strings or the green worms. Option 1 is the potato masher. Since I didn't have it, I used with what I have in my kitchen. I used the murku presser and I used the 3-hole patterned disc. I filled it up with the green paste and I had a bowl of icy cold water and I filled up the murku presser with the green paste and I swirled it straight into the icy water. When I swirl the murku presser, the green worms will fall straight into the icy bowl of water. The icy water prevents it from sticking and it will set neatly in the icy water. Once all the dough has been pressed into the icy bowl of water, it's now time to make the palm sugar syrup. I used this particular brand as I always prefer this quality. It's free from any residue. I used 2 small pieces of that and I added 1/3 cup of water into a saucepan and I added a pinch of salt and some pandan leaves and I cooked it under medium till the syrup becomes slightly thick. We don't want it too runny. Continue to melt the palm sugar under medium heat. We need a thick syrup, not too thick but fairly thick, so that when the final dressing of the chendol, when we drizzle the palm sugar syrup, it will sit firmly on the shaven ice and the coconut milk. a few pandan strips to the sugar syrup and continue simmering so that the syrup will be filled with the pandan flavor. To test whether the syrup is thick enough, lift up the spoon or the ladle and you can see quite a thin string falling down. It shouldn't be too thick, but slightly a thin string is forming. Immediately remove from the stove and pour it into a cup so it's easy for you to drizzle over the chendol. Next, I'm going to make the coconut milk mixture for the chendol. In a clean pot, I added 2 cups of coconut cream or coconut milk, and to that I added half cup of water. If you like a very rich chendol mixture, you may omit the half cup of water. To that I added 2 tablespoons of sugar and 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. I gave it a good mix and then I placed the pot onto the stove and switched it on to medium heat and waited for the first simmer to take place. Usually, I bring the coconut milk to a simmering point before adding it to the chendol so that it is much more gentle to my tummy, or else I get tummy ache. Fill the 2 cups with generous spoons of the green worms which we just cooked. Top it up with some coconut milk and then some shaven ice and generous drizzle of the yummy palm sugar syrup, and give it a gentle mix and slurp it down. I'm quite sure you will have no regrets in having this beautiful aromatic chendol. Give it a try and I'm quite sure you will enjoy it too.